Okay, looks like we're online, and appreciate anybody that's joining that they've joined. Um, we've got a new strategy going to earn money. I've seen a couple of videos that are purporting, recent videos that is, purporting that this is the way to do it. In recent past, I've been encouraged to purchase the Cirrus Vision Jet over and over again. So considering its price is only 700,000, I don't have to raise multiple millions of dollars. Use those, and I suppose we can probably ramp up to that. We can use those to, um, make money, quote unquote, hand over fist, right? But then we figured out that cargo missions earn more money than VIP missions, charter missions. So, I mean, why not do cargo missions? But the problem with cargo missions is use light cargo and medium cargo and heavy cargo. And now we've got a problem with the excuse me, I'm typing and trying to uh, think at the same time and talk at the same time. I can only chew gum or walk, but I can't do both. Okay, so I pinned the top comment for the jam as usual, and I'm currently listening to Adrenalize Me. I love this song. In any case, the the strategy was to get a bunch of Cirrus Vision jets, but medium cargo missions earn more money. Well, how do you get ramped up to medium cargo missions? Well, you buy a bunch of little planes, and you get your income pumping up. Well, how do you make the most out of your income? Well, okay, you get a bunch of planes flying for you that are going to run a bunch of low overhead, high margin missions, which means you won't pay a lot for them, but they can be repeated over and over again quickly. I don't know if AI is that deep. It doesn't seem like it is. It seems like it only flies one mission and then quits. Excuse me. So, um, if it's one mission that flies, then a cheap airplane that flies higher margin missions would be good. So, enter the light cargo missions and the Cessna 172. So, Cessna 172 missions are about 20K, 10 to 20K anyway. Some of them are a little higher, but generally that's what you're going to find. So that's what we strategized. Today, before the crash, the great crash of the simulator, um, we managed to get in some missions and worked our way up to. It sold one of the Vision jets because AI is not going to fly those Vision jets. It's not going to be very effective anyway. So we're looking at about 45K per day flying the Vision jets, and then a third of that would be about 15K per day. And if I can multiply a third of that being the 172's cargo missions, if I can just multiply that by as many Cessna 172s that I can afford, then AI would make up for I guess, the lack in airplanes. See airplane, I can buy 5 of those Vision jets, or I can buy, no, I can buy a lot more than that. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. So I can buy about 3, maybe, by, yeah. Okay, so I can buy 3 used aircraft for what I could buy the Vision jet for. But there's only a limited number of used aircraft. They're not in abundance, right? They don't replenish themselves. So now the question is, what's the more cost effective? A bunch of little planes or a bunch of big planes? Being a $700,000 plane is granted a big bonus. What I really want to do is get myself ramped up quickly to See, that's what I was looking for. Bam, 78,000. That's not, oh, it's amazing, but it's really good. So um, these three aircraft. I'm disappointed. I wonder why it shows this mission, and this mission. These were two European planes, probably. Wish you could name the airplanes. Right, or at least put their call numbers on there, call sign, their tag on there, so you could tell which ones were earning and which ones weren't. Right now they're all generically named, and you can't rename them. In any case, 78,000 is what I was kind of hoping for, maybe over 100,000. But even so, this passive income for 3 hours of flight is pretty good. This was only an hour and 52 minutes. And it looks like an additional 35 minutes. But what I was saying was, if we're if we're trying to earn money quickly, then it would make sense that if AI is only going to fly looks like one mission, then you just buy a bunch of cheap aircraft. AI flies the one mission with the cheap aircraft, and you rinse and repeat. These 172s cost me no more than 400K, and I bought three of them. One for 230, one for 340, and one for 420. 420, if I can remember correctly, the numbers. But essentially, we're looking at 479, about $1,000, a thousand thousands. So about $1 million. I bought uh, all of these aircraft, fixed them up, got them online, flew 3 hours and made 78K passively. So now I'm back. I'm gonna earn some more cash. 30,000. Oh, that hits so hard. But I made 40,000 instead of 10,000, which was essentially what it would have been. And this Vision Jet I don't really count because the insurance premium is, excuse me, the insurance premium is just for the time I was flying, and I earned so much money that this is just dwarfed by the amount of money that I made. It was like 400,000, 500,000 probably. So this is just a drop in the bucket, not a big deal. And I don't count that against the money that the AI made. So, I mean, seems to me this is amazing potential. So I have 243,000. I'm just going to hop into missions real quick. Well, first thing first, since I'm here already, I might as well go ahead and figure out, oh, what missions do I have? So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to hop back in and we're going to look at maintenance. Because maintenance. Oh, here's a good private charter right here. Okay, let's see what's available. 71, 72, 45, 62. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I think you get paid more for these flights. 91, shut up. I think that's the highest paid mission so far. Wow, that's impressive. I think I'm gonna have to shut up and fly. Set 91 might go away. I'm so scared. So these are the missions that I'll fly myself with this Vision charter. I almost crashed my plane in the last stream, y'all, and that would not have been good. Well, I don't have to wash it before I use it because it's not dirty. Let's go to fuel. Looks good. Let's check our EFB. We're going to go to our departure airport. KGVQ, which looks to be farmland. That's great. And then we'll go to our destination airport. Caleb. What is this? Uptown New York or something? What is this? That's Boston. This looks to be uptown New York. No, that's not New York. This is What is this? Indianapolis, Indiana, maybe? No, Indiana's down here. Uh, and don't get me lying, I must have failed geography class. But here we are at the destination airport, and it looks like hills, but it doesn't look terribly mountainous. What is this over here? Squirrel. Looks like a solar farm. Oh, great. This procedure. Oh, it looks like I'm on an IFR procedure here. The holding pattern out here until I can land at this airport. Hmm. Where am I running? 2,100 feet. Or runway 18. So basically straight south. Okay. Which makes sense. We'll go to a point and then turn straight south. Okay. Oh, and if you're not um, listening already, you can listen to the jam. Just the first pinned comment has the jam in it. Click on the jam, it'll take you to Spotify, and it'll take you to my jam, and I'll be listening right along with you. Okay, so this is going to be inclement weather. Looks like we got cloudy skies, and it is usually pretty generous about declaring inclement weather for a bonus. So this is cloudy skies, not clear skies. So we're good. We got a little bonus coming. Now look, I did find a trick to not crashing. Okay.
Best of service. I know I can count on you. Have a good flight, Captain.
Thanks. All right, so I'm just going to talk into this, turn this down a little bit. So if you haven't seen or flown the Vision Jet yet, I'll just walk you through what we do. The Vision Jet has some pretty cool capabilities, like it does calculations on your flight. So you can do auto throttle, and it will automatically throttle your airplane based on your flight conditions and what your plan is. To do that, you'll need speed bugs. So these will be my climb rate, my ideal climb rate, and my takeoff rotation. There's another one in here. I haven't used it, so I'm not sure what it does. But it is there and it's available. If somebody figures it out, leave it in the comments. I would love to learn it. Or I'll just look it up myself and tell you guys. Um, this here says parking brake and fuel quantity miscompare. Parking brake, of course, we know what that is, but the fuel quantity relates to this fuel initial fuel rating here. So we'll just do FOB sync and do a confirm. That tells us how many gallons, and Lord knows, I don't know why it doesn't do this automatically, but it doesn't, so we do it. Next, aircraft loading. I'll give myself a generous 205. And let's see, what do we got going for flight? Companions here. Shift 2, turn around. So we got 3 passengers. I'll call her 120. This other red person, I don't know if it's a fellow or not, but we'll just say red person is 140, person in the back 160. Alright, do another shift 2. So I don't have a co-pilot. The passengers in the middle combined would be, what did I say, 130 and 120. So that's 250 combined. And the rear passenger would be, what did I say, 160. We'll just say 75 pounds of baggage. And we'll enter. Now, if you've been watching this up here, this shifts around based on how much your cargo is, and this dot will shift down this line for your balance and weight. Anything inside of this box is cool. Anything outside of the box is excessive, so it's going to be too much. So we're cool all the way through. This is our flight plan right here, which I'm not too interested in because I'll see it up here when I'm done doing this. This is our runway 28 that we're going to take off from, and it's going to be close to straight north. No, it's going to be close to straight west. So we're going to have to do a big turn in order to get back on to. So we're going to take off this way and then turn back around. Okay, so that's my map. That's my full screen there, and now you can see. Well, I don't sound like a Texan, do I? This screen has two parts to it. Active flight plan, which is on the bottom, and this is the nav aid right here. It tells you how you're navigating. So there you go. I'm gonna increase my trim to about 7, 8. And now I'm gonna go ahead and change my altitude for, let's just say 8,000. I may have to bring it down later. This is what, 54, 60, 80, 2, 80. Yes, good. Okay. Now once all that's set, I think we're ready to go. I just need to turn on my nav, turn on my IAS. If you want to find those here, here's our nav. This is our flight director, which is the almost said red, the magenta doodad telling you where to go. FLC is your IAS, which is essentially how fast do I want to climb, which was set back here when I did these speed bugs and is indicated right here and right here. Here is my altimeter. We're starting at 920. I think that's correct. KGBQ 912. So something is off with my altimeter, and I'll listen here. A3012, 3016, that's what it is. Okay. So I'll just turn my barometer to the correct setting, and that'll change my altitude to the correct altitude question mark. 912, this is 920. I'm just gonna pretend that looks good. Yes. Okay, so now we're ready to go. I'll turn on WEP power or war emergency power, or what this is called active toga. Takeoff go around as soon as we get to takeoff speed. It's a button on the side of my throttle control on my Bravo, but for now we're just not going to worry about it too much. Not till we start taking off. All right, that was easy. No lengthy radio blabber. Once I start moving around, I'm going to get the opportunity to talk to my passengers. There we go. Once that gets done, I'll just fast forward. My ground speed, by the way, is indicated here on this bottom and right here because I set it. A lot of you probably have this set automatically, so if you ever want to know ground speed, you just zoom in enough to see either one of those numbers. I'm at 17 right now, which is good. 18. I'm going to bring my, 19. I'm going to slow down a little bit so as not to break the law. Because we don't want to break the law. We get dinged for it and we lose credits. So I'm at 19. Slow down just a slight bit with my footsie brakes. Slow down. Slow down. Here we go. Do a little bit of time compression. See if I can shorten this trip all the way down here. going to check my timing here. Start 1001, 1002, 1003. Very good. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and announce takeoff. Let's see what the weather looks like here. Wind 11 knots from 220. I'm taking off 270 basically on my flight plan, right? Runway 28, so I'm going to have a slight crosswind at about 5 degrees at 11 knots, which is not insignificant, but still manageable. All right, here we go. By the way, you can see the amount of thrust you're set at right here. This is your fuel. Here we go. I'm creeping to the left for some reason. That is okay. I've got some extreme right rudder going right now. Rotate and get off the ground, Pete's sake. I'm going to pull up my landing gear. I'm at over 100, so I'm going to bring up my flaps. And I'm going to follow these blankets around. Although I probably need to turn to the right, not the left. But my flight director is telling me to do the left turn. I'm going to contact my new control agent. I'm predicting 8,000 feet. Is that what they're going to tell us to climb to? Oh, well, 4,000 is what it is then. I'm going to see if I can settle into this turn a little bit. Let's keep changing to 4,000. Now that I have nav set up and IAS set up and all of the tuning for my aircraft to go and be successful, I can turn on autopilot now that I'm over 1,000 feet above ground level, and I think it will go ahead and take over. Once it takes over, I think I can do a skip. Autopilot's on. You can see that here. So you're going to ask yourself, why is my airplane turning? Well, notice my actual nav is just a little bit to the left of where those brackets are. It's a little bit more extreme in other flights, but in this flight, it's just a little bit to the left. So they've cleared me all the way to Lebanon Airport. I'm going to acknowledge that, and then it's going to let me skip to descent. Big tip. And one of my flights, my most recent flights, I found out, I think, why we are being crashed in the middle of our flights. And that is because sometimes the sim puts us right on the ground level in the middle of our flight. I'm going to see if I can turn down this airspeed here. My airspeed's getting a little bit high. Okay, so because it's taking us and putting us basically on the ground, I was at 1,300 feet. There was mountains around, and I was going to run smack into a mountain if I had just gotten out of pause. So what I've done is I've put myself in pause before I go. Okay, so he's got the same altimeter, so we're good. We're going to inform our passengers now. And I know I'm rambling in spurts and fits, but let me just tell you, before you do this whole skip to descent thing, put your sim on pause. When you do that, if you end up being, right in front of a mountain, you won't be able to recover. It won't crash you because you'll be on pause. Like I was in the middle of a tree on my most recent visit. I restarted the sim and then summarily crashed after that, but that mission, I should say, I restarted the mission. I was able to recover from that. I didn't lose the aircraft or didn't crash and have to recover the aircraft like I did before and lost 120,000 credits. So, my advice is to just come up here before you skip to descent. Just pause the sim and skip. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly. And if it's going to mess up, it's going to do it there. Now notice my airspeed's 95. It should be 245, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and unpause here since my throttle's turned up all the way. Altitude hold mode. I don't know where I am. I was 4,700 feet. Okay. I am so close, I think I'm going to reduce my throttle to half. My airspeed is going to allow me to go 4,700 feet. There we go. There we go. So I set my IIS again to descend to 4,700 feet, and we're just going to wait for the next order to descend to the next leg of our trip. It's probably going to be right about now. So now we're going to contact the tower. We're at 46. I think we're still 2,000 feet above ground level. So I think we're good. It's being 8 miles away. Cleared ILS runway approach 18. So I'm cleared to land basically. Descend to 600 feet. So I'm going to turn my altitude bug down to 600 feet. I'm not sure that's a great idea. Because my runway is ILS 18. KLEB, yeah, I'm at 562. Oh, 600 feet, okay. Alright. ILS, and we'll just start descending then. I'm just gonna switch to cancel IFR. cancel IFR.
Lebanon Tower 220 would like to cancel IFR.
I'm going to increase my... Woohoo! It trims at it needs to be about a negative 11, I think. I'm clear to land, so I might as well. I'm too close to the runway. I think I'm going to try not to get too fast and still land. And I'm going to shoot for landing short of the runway so I have plenty of time to pull up. But my airspeed's manageable. My stall speed is about 80-ish. Or when I get close to stalling. If it's a high stall, it'll be about 79, 77. Somewhere around there. But I'm clear to land, so I might as well just land. I'm increasing my drag by giving myself some rudder. That's going to line me up with the runway. Ah, good, good. My sink rate is going to land me short of the runway, apparently. We are good. Okay. I'm going to bring my trim up a little bit. Give myself a little bit of thrust. But I think I'm good, actually. I'm good to land. Yup. I will touch down. Oh dear. Look at that. That was actually a nice little landing. Pretty nice. Wow. I'm surprised myself with that landing. That was a complete accident, let me tell you. So we'll stop here at hold short, we'll check in, and that'll be that. What is that on the right? What is that thing? It's in the middle of my... It looks like a forklift.
Lebanon ground November 73220 taxi to parking.
November 73220 taxi to general
Quick
aviation
tip,
parking area
vehicles
Alpha 2 Alpha.
on the taxiway and people on the taxiway don't matter.
Taxiing to general aviation
But if you run
parking
into a
on
tree, by
taxiway
God,
Alpha 2 Alpha
you're in
220.
trouble. So don't do that. Don't run into buildings or trees, but you can run over just about anything else.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lebanon Muni. Local time is 11:16 a.m. For your safety, the captain has requested that you remain seated with your
Alright, so I
seatbelt
think we're going to
fastened.
go ahead and go to the
Please
parking
stop when
stand.
the seatbelt sign is turned
This is
off.
going to be an
Please make
adventure.
sure you take all your belongings with you when you get off.
I always
All
cringe when
travel
I know
under
what
the
I said
Honeycomb
just now,
Gigabyte
but
ticket.
I always
Thank you for
cringe when
choosing
this
first
happens.
class rates. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant stay in
There we
Lebanon.
go. It didn't crash me, see? So about 10% thrust is okay. Usually I won't go over speed with 10% thrust, but it's hard to make sure I get there. Alright, just follow the little yellow lines. Still following. Mm-hmm. There's no more yellow lines to follow now. Remember, vehicles like airplanes, cars, that kind of thing. People, trolleys, dollies, all of that stuff is run overable. It won't ding you. But if you run into a tree, by gosh, you are in trouble. Don't you forget about it.
Hey, this airline's pretty good. I'll consider flying with them again.
Oh, thanks. So I got my parking brake set, turn off the aircraft, and I'm going to increase my sim rate so as to get there quicker. Ta-da! Otherwise we've been sitting there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes trying to figure out, is it this thing's going to shut down or what? Airline procedure 75, what the world? Everything went perfectly. Got an Alpha but not a Sierra. What did I miss on airline procedures? I wish it would tell you what you missed, but I don't think I missed anything. Maybe it's because I switched to VFR, or tried to switch to VFR. Anywho, this one should pay okay. Yeah, I got a bad weather bonus. 128, it's pretty good. Not complaining. Got a little bit bump in my reputation. Big bump in my experience. 369, that's almost enough. I could probably do one more flight and buy another Cessna so as to gain some more money. Let's do another mission here. Okay, so we've got rewards galore. We got big purchases was I bought those 3 aircraft. My passive income was just a compared to the massive or the massive active income that I got. But I think we're actually cracking the code. It seems like Stork Aviation is just tanked right now because of all the purchases that I made. But Goofball Charters is ultra profitable and it's fueling the growth of Stork Aviation, so that's good. Okay. Is that a new mission? Is that what that's doing? Why it flashes like that? That's my question. That's what I want to know. Okay, so I'm here. Let me see what this is. Oh, no. This one's 40, this one's 57, this one's 56, this one is 59. So there's not a lot of VIP missions that are close that generate a lot of cash. But I'm going to show you how to evaluate these so you get the most out of them. It's about profit and loss. So while this one looks really ultra attractive. Oh, here's one that actually looks even more attractive, 72. Let's look at how much it's going to take for me to get there. So really the cost is 72 minus 54. That's going to be 72 minus 54. It would be 12 minus 5 is 7. That's 67 essentially. So if I back this up, if I can find a mission that's 67 within range of this mission, my transport costs will be less. And like this one is 72, right? 72, this one's 68. Not a better trade. This one is 59, 56. Now, I'm not going to go down this way because the distance between here and here is about the same as the distance between here and here. So if I find a 62 up here, that'd be great. If not, then I'll just... That's a hefty price to pay to get over there. What about these? Yeah, see, these aren't worth it. This 62 is going to be about the same. No, it'll be less than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and take this one. But our P&L, our profit and loss on that is going to be about the same as that other 62. Maybe a little more than that other 62 flight, so we'll take it. Once we get to the destination airport, or not the destination, but the departure airport with our aircraft, here we are. I'll do management. Check my Uh, dirty, my dirty. It's clean because I like to wash it before I use it. I'm going to manage my fuel and go up slightly to 120. I'm OCD, I don't know why. Feel like I got to do that. 120 is a number. So I'm at 360 currently after all my expenditures. This one is going to get me 72, which I don't know if the weather bonus is going to hit me just this time. So let me check out my flight. My departure airport is runway 25. So basically west 25 this way. So wherever I am, I think I'm right. The hangars I think are here. I'll have to come all the way out here and fly out this way. If that's where I am right now. Is that where I am right now? No, it's not. This is KLEB, so I need to go to 2G9, Somerset County Municipal probably. So that is over here. Aha. Okay. So I'm going to take off here, runway 25, take off this direction, turn around, basically go north. Looks like over some hills, but nothing, no crazy terrain. Uh, excuse me. And land up here. Looks like on runway 25 again, yes. This little loop-de-loop thing, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight into the downwind and then turn base final and land. There's really no reason to do that loop-de-loop, and it doesn't ding you for not doing it. So I'm just going to go straight into the downwind leg and then come around. Let me see what the weather looks like. This is CNA3, 2G9. The weather, no weather. Okay. Runway 25 from the localizer. Is it going to force me to do localizer? It looks like a VFR pattern though. It doesn't look like. This says cruise altitude 4,000. Let's see if it's true. Okay. So let's fly. I think we're good. Oh, hey, Vetro. What's going on, buddy? I remember you. Glad to have you back, man. Hopefully you're listening to the jam and enjoying some good music with me. I've discovered a couple secrets. I think I want to tell you about them. So, CJ4 missions is showing up. So I did one of those yesterday. Oh, how did that go, man? This plane is a joy to fly. I just wish it turned better. I'm going to go ahead and skip to taxi. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Looks like we have one passenger. Two passengers, okay.
Good morning, pilot. New guest today is Madame Hurtado, who's on the go to Springwater. She's close to one of our top clients who booked the flight for her. Please give her your warmest welcome on behalf of the company. Have a great flight.
What's up? Yeah, tell me how that went. And while you type that out, I'm going to go ahead and go through my startup procedure. I'm going to do my speed bugs here, my climb rate, and my rotate. I'm going to go ahead and set up my fuel, my loading. Few Airbus planes for airline missions, though. Yeah, now the CJ4 is a Was that a Citroen or what is that? I'm gonna put my weight in here. 205. Enter. Co-pilot looks like she's about 125. The passenger looks like they're about 175. We're gonna do some baggage. It looks like we're in the middle here. We'll go next. This is our flight plan. Inconsequential. We'll be taking off runway and landing runway 25, by the way. We'll go home. Bring our flight plan and our nav up here, and then go full screen. I'm gonna go ahead and announce taxi. Citation. That's right.
Is taxiing to runway 25.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rolling. Where am I going? Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip to takeoff after I make my little important pilot announcements. I'm gonna turn a little bit. Welcome my passengers.
Madam, on behalf of our cabin staff, we would like to welcome you on board flight GCO 410 bound for Springwater. Our flight time will be 51 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're
I'm just
currently
gonna
ready
let
for
this
takeoff. I will keep you
announcement
informed of any key
play
updates
out till I
as we go
skip.
through the flight. Thank you.
Thank you. Oops, not there. I'm skipping. I'm gonna announce my takeoff.
2 Golf Niner traffic November 7 tree 220 taking off runway 25 north departure.
So this thing said 4,000 feet is gonna be my cruise altitude, so I'm gonna change that to 4,000 right here. Just glad they finally fixed the midnight bug on the sim update 1 beta. Worry about timing flights around that bug. Oh, I'm unaware of that bug. Tell me about it, Vetro. I don't even fly at night. I don't even bother with it. Although I'm tempted now because I really like flying at night, honestly. So my cruise altitude is at 4,000. I'm gonna hit set my nav. I'm gonna set my IAS, which is also called FLC. While I'm at it, I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna set my AT, my auto throttle, and because I've set all my weights and my speed bugs, my autopilot is going to perform really well. So I've got my flight level control set. I've got my nav set. As soon as I hit autopilot, oh, my flight director's turned on. That's this magenta thing up. Oh, that's this magenta thing up here. And yeah, we'll just be good to go. And career missions and intermission. Wow. So okay. So if I understand that right, if you do any night missions, you have to make sure they don't go past midnight, or they don't start at midnight. I'm gonna inform my passengers and get going. Oh, my
Good
trim.
morning,
Good
madam. This is
gracious,
your
my trim's
captain
at
speaking.
30%.
On behalf of First Class Wings, I would like to welcome you on board flight GCO 410 bound for Springwater. Estimated flight time to Springwater is 51
Ah,
minutes.
okay. Is
To
that
prepare for takeoff, please ensure
um
your seatbelt is fastened tightly your
so
seat and your
Vetro
upright
was the
position, and your
calculation
tray table
on
is securely
UTC
stored. Thank
or
you.
was it
Get
on
ready for a
local
wonderful
time?
flight.
Is it midnight UTC, which is Zulu time, that it was messing up? Looks like I'm gonna do a left turn once I exit or once I take off. 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. The only reason I ask is because I just got through selling my other Cirrus jet and buying 3 different um, Skyhawks. I'm having to do a little rudder here. As soon as I hit 85, I'll rotate. 85 to rotate. There we go. Off the ground. It's almost like molasses trying to come off that ground, but we're good. I'm going to bring up my landing gear, bring up my flap since I'm over 100, contact the new control tower,
Cleveland Center
or the
November
control agent.
73220 is type 4
Ah,
miles
climb to
southwest of
4,000.
2 Golf Niner, 2
I
Alpha
am going to
Alpha
wait till
tree
I'm
ready. Request
about
flight
1,000
following.
feet off the ground.
November 73220 Cleveland Center. Squawk 6342.
Well, I'm almost at cruise right now.
Squawk 634220.
I'm going to see if I can slip into this
220
turn a little
Cleveland,
bit better.
contact 2 miles southwest of 2 Golf Niner, 3,900 feet, altimeter tree 0.
Try not to go over 30 degrees turn here.
Roger 220.
Once I get on my flight path,
Cleveland Center
I
November
will go ahead
73220,
and
2 miles south of 2 Golf Niner, 4,700 foot request IFR to Charlie November Alpha, tree ready to copy.
kick in my
November
autopilot.
73220.
My flight
Please
plan
clear to
doesn't kick
Charlie
off till
November
right
Alpha,
here, so I'm just
020.
going to get to that.
Squawk 6342.
Oh, my altitude's crazy. It's supposed to be at 4,000.
November 73220, cleared to
Hmm.
Charlie November Alpha, tree airport as filed. Squawk
Okay, so
6342.
I'm at cruise altitude right now. I'm going to
220,
slip up to 80%
radar contact
thrust.
6,000 feet, altimeter tree 0. 28 turn right heading 075, resume, own navigation descend, and maintain
There we
4,000
go. I'm
feet.
at 80% thrust now. Bring my trim down to negative 6 or 7 probably, so I don't have to fight with the elevator.
Turn right heading 075. Proceed on course descend and maintain 4,000 feet 220.
Why am I not? I can say I reached 4,000 feet. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and descend to 4,000. I'm going to kick in my autopilot, and that should bring me down to 4,000 feet peacefully. There we go. 12 a.m. local time, so whatever time zone you're in. If you flew a career mission through midnight, your time, it would give you an error. Ew. Yeah, that's not great. Well, Vetro, glad you got that figured out, man. I figured out today that my cutoff time for earning on missions was 6 p.m. my local time. That's Central Standard Time. So I'll be
220, please expedite your descent 4,000 feet.
okay. Don't judge me. I am at 6,000 though. I'm gonna change my vertical speed and go back to IAS once I get to 6 to 4,000. 13, 14. I just don't like flying so close to the ground. Makes me novice. Alright. I will be glad once they fix this, the Vision Jet hat. It'd be great. And once I get close to 4,000, I'll put IAS back on. Or maybe I'll just change the altitude hold. You know what? I'm going to ask to be. I'm going to change my cruising altitude by 3,000 feet.
Cleveland Center 220. Request 7,000 feet.
220, climb,
Change my altitude to 7,000 because I don't like being so close to the ground. I think this flight plan is bunk. There we go.
20 acknowledge last transmission.
Acknowledged.
Climb and maintain 7,000 feet, 220.
There we go. Now we'll be at a decent altitude. Boy, that just makes me nervous, being so close to the ground like that. What about 80% thrust? There we go. I like IAS. It is really freaking cool. Now it's not letting me skip. That's what the alarming thing is. I don't know why it's not letting me skip. Alright, well let's see if we can do a little time compression here. See those mountains? I would have crashed smack into those mountains at 4,000 feet. Yeah. I do not know why it's not letting me skip, but it's okay. I'm good with that. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Let me see what my okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My ETA is 1510, my ENR is 57, 42, 37, 31. I'm getting pretty good compression, so I'll just call it good for now. I'm watching the terrain. It looks like I'm okay. I don't think I'm going to crash into anything. It's crazy that the clouds are above or below 7,000 feet. That's pretty low. Nice. That is so lovely. This is an improvement in graphics over the previous flight sim, but honestly, I'm at 216 nautical miles away. Golly.
220 contact, Cleveland Center on 126. 725. Good day.
Going to 126. 725, 220. Cleveland Center, November 7,
Just going to
tree
do that
20,
handoff, and then I'm
turn
going to go back
7,000
to
feet.
sim compression mode.
November 7 tree 220, Cleveland Center altimeter tree 0. 28 radar contact, continue to Foxtrot Kilo Lima.
I think I'll change my altimeter while I'm at it. What is that? I wonder. 3028. I'm getting a little time compression now. What is that? It's unreliable at this altitude because of the streamed landmarks. I just don't like the streamed landmarks. I wish they'd do a better job of streaming them. Then you could actually see them for what they are. You spent 3 hours, Vetro? How was that? I mean, was it a pleasure to fly, or did you get bored? Did you read a book? Yeah, I was thinking about doing a real-time flight in one of my streams, maybe a cross-country flight of some kind, and then just reading a book while I went. I mean, I like to read. I increased my sim speed.
220 contact Cleveland Center on 134-475. Good day.
There we go.
Going to 134, 475, 220. Cleveland Center, November 7, tree 2220, 7,000 feet.
November 7 tree 220.
3021.
Center altimeter tree 0. 21 radar contact continued to Foxtrot Kilo Lima.
Okay. Increase my sim rate again. It's just clouds now, so I think I can zoom through this. 7,000 feet and there's a lot of clouds. I'm above the clouds. I would expect clouds, but I'm above the clouds. Huh. Yeah, I'm just increasing my sim rate. Oh, I crashed my aircraft. What? No, I didn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, that's what insurance is for, I suppose. Oh, look, I'm gonna lose a whole bunch of reputation. Wonderful. Oh, jeez. Well, let's see what the aircraft looks like. Golly, man. That chaps my hide. Yeah, yeah. Looks like the aircraft is good, though. Let's wash the aircraft, I suppose. That was naughty. That was not good. 7.5 hours on the 737. Did you actually do that real time, Vetro? 71. Where am I? Where's my aircraft? There. What's this mission look like? 68? That's actually not bad. Yeah, that was a messed up mission, wasn't it? Yeah, no, man, that sucks. You don't like the skip or sim speed? Yeah. I actually figured out a hack in order to get the sim speed to work. Let's manage this aircraft, see what the fuel looks like. Ooh, fuel's terrible. Bring it up to my trusty 120. Hasn't ever done me wrong. Let's look at my flight here. 11:49. Destination is 973. Basically a level flight. Okay. Distance is flawed. Yeah, the crazy thing is I was at 80% throttle, which means I shouldn't have gone over speed at all, unless it was descending for some reason. But I didn't detect that it was. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to go ahead and turn left, or turn right, excuse me, into the downwind. Land on runway 22 on whatever airport this is, 45G. Let's make sure it's not. Okay, it's concrete. Good deal. All right, that seems like a pretty straightforward flight to me. Well, thank goodness for insurance, right? Yeah, I did the auto throttle as well. I turned on the auto throttle before the flight started. So for whatever reason, it's not working right. And that doesn't surprise me because the Vision Jet does have some bugs. I really what I want to do now instead of the Vision Jet is I want to get a Pilatus PC-12 and fly that sucker. That thing is gorgeous. But I need to save up 4 million to do it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Let me set up my speed bugs. Confirm. Next, aircraft loading, pilot 205. Enter. Let's see what we have for people in my aircraft. I've got 3, 1 co-pilot. Let's get rid of this thing while we're here. I don't suppose I can get you to move your head, could I? I didn't see the cruise altitude 4,000 again. It's going to bring me up to 4,000. Which I think, I don't know. Can I just make that 6,999? Can't even change it. Lovely. It's not going to even let me put 6. This game is so bugged. Okay, so land on runway 22, take off from runway 24. That means I'm going to take off sort of a westerly and land westerly, but I'm going to be traveling northwest. I'll come in early, and it looks like I'm not going to come in. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I'm going to come in this way. All right. Got it. Got it. Yeah, the 172 is pretty bug free. I mean, they've had so much practice with it. It should be bug free, right? Okay, so my co-pilot is 120. She's average size woman. I'll have 240 for my. No, let's go 120 and a 160. So that's 280. Enter. My baggage is 75. Enter. Next. Looks like my weight is good. Next. Like, next. Home. Map. Full. Very good. All good things. Does it really? Oh, that sucks. I like the PC-12 though. It is such a joy to fly. It's ultra responsive. Why is it telling me to go way out there and then come all the way back across? I'm gonna skip to takeoff after I get talking to my passengers. So what would you suggest for like a light passenger craft?
Ladies and gents, on behalf of our airline personnel, we would like to welcome you on board flight GCO 7513 bound for Brighton Township. Our flight time will be 47 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we go through the flight. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to takeoff. Call me brave.
Palmer Tower, November 7, tree 220 ready for IFR departure runway 24.
November
IFR.
7
Oh
tree
dear, I've got the look at that
220,
windsock.
altimeter 30,
I'm gonna take off
226,
quick.
cleared for takeoff runway 24.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24, November 7, tree 220. Ladies and gents, on behalf of my
Look
company,
at
I
my
would like to
trim.
thank
It's
you
at
for flying with us
30%.
today on this flight to Brighton Township. We are prepared for takeoff, so
Excuse
please
me.
ensure your seatbelts are correctly fastened and your electronic devices are turned off or in airplane mode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
My trim was crazy. I need to bring it to about 8, 9, or 8 or 7%. All right. So enter and take off. Look at that windsock. Good gracious. Well, how much is the citation compared to the PC-12? Ooh. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Get down here real quick. And I'm gonna rotate right now. Yeehaw. Bring up my landing gear. Over 100, bring up my flaps. Climb to 5,000. Let's change my altitude bug to 5,000. Okay. Turn on my nav, my IAS. Hit my autopilot and see what happens.
220, contact Cleveland Center on 128, 145. Good
Good
day.
day.
Going to 128, 45220. Cleveland Center, November 7, tree 220 is passing 2,100 feet
I don't know,
now at
man.
5,000 feet.
Skipping phases
November 7 tree
puts me in the
220,
middle of a mountain
Cleveland Center,
sometimes.
altimeter 30, 26
And
right
apparently
over
not skipping
altitude
phases doesn't do that
5,000.
either. It doesn't do any better, I should say, because it makes me not fly straight. Where am I going? My nav is not behaving. Climbing to 5,000, but gracious. Cruise status?
Ladies and gents, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome on board on behalf of First Class Wings on flight GCO 7513. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 3,500 feet at an airspeed of 150 knots. It's 12:25 p.m. and are expecting to land in
Mm-mm.
Brighton Township approximately at 3:10 a.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Okay, so at this point, I'm usually going to skip to descent, and that's, I found a trick. If I pause it before I skip to descent, uh, I'll usually skip to descent successfully, or I'll get to a place where I'll figure out, oh, it's going to crash me because I'll be paused and it won't be crashed until I actually continue the flight. And then I can restart the flight if I need to. So I found that out in my last session. All right, so Vetro, tell me about the PC-12. Tell me about this fuel consumption thing. So I'm assuming, oh, look at that. I'm looking good right now. My airspeed's not looking good though. My final is 63 nautical miles away, which is manageable. That's good. Okay. So my throttle's at 62 right now, but I'm bringing it up to about 80.
220 contact, Cleveland Center on 132. For flight. Good day.
Good day. I said good day.
132.
My
45220.
trim is at 5. I'm going to bring that up to about 11.
Cleveland Center
Turn on my
Tower
nav
Center
again.
3220 is passing 5,400 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
Bring my
November 17,
IIS so I can
220,
descend
Cleveland Center altimeter 30.
normally.
12 radar contact and stand by.
Altitude, bring up 5,000. There we go. Get on nav and it's going to descend me to 5,000. Tell me about this fuel consumption thing. I think I understand you, and forgive me if I'm ignorant with the fuel consumption thing, but fuel consumption is higher at lower altitudes. Is that what you're insinuating there? And is that because the atmosphere is thicker? Is that right?
Cleveland Center 220. Cancel IFR at this time.
220 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Okay. That makes sense. I got it. But skipping will skip all of that. Is that right? This is a straight flight into the airport. There's no other legs after this. So I think I'm okay to give myself some time compression. Okay, so literally skipping does not burn any fuel. That's crazy. I think it should. So if I'm skipping in the sim, then I'm going to make more money than somebody that's not skipping because my fuel isn't burning. I don't think that's right. I think it should burn my fuel. What do you think, Petro? Alright, I'm about 15 nautical miles away. I think I'm going to go ahead and slow my sim rate. It's probably going to announce at about 12. I've got it queued up. When it announces, I'll slow down my sim rate. Oh, it should have announced already. Let's see what my time compression looks like. 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, very good. Let's open up comms. Uh, Excuse me. Yeah, I think it should make it more fair. Okay, so where am I going? I'm going to 45G Brighton. What the heck? Jeez, dude, I am so tired of this. My gosh. Look, I'm still in the air. Oh boy. What's this mission? This is the 68 mission I was on. 45. Okay. Wow. That was the midnight error. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm not on Sim Update 1. So, is the midnight error done? Like, will it happen to me again? I think it got me back to where I was, though. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like I never did the mission. What in the world? That's never happened to me before. That would just happen. Okay, it only happens once. Okay. Well, I'm gonna fly this thing, and if it skips out on me again, I'm just gonna quit because it's getting pretty late here at Central Time, and I'm just gonna call it good. I would like to make a little bit more money before I call it quits. Yeah, I'll just avoid midnight. That's, I think, the most reasonable course. I saw some of the notes on Sim Update Beta, and while I'm really curious as to whether or not this is going to, work out, and I want to try it out. Uh, there's some things that happen to your sim that I'd prefer not any changes. I'm not comfortable with change as it relates to my sim experience. Let me see. I'm gonna request taxi clearance right away.
November 73220 with Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
November 7 tree 220 taxi to and hold short of runway 24 via taxiway Alpha Bravo. Contact tower on 125. 0 when ready.
Map full. I got nav, and I think, what did it say?
Taxi to and hold short runway 24 via taxiway Alpha
5,000, I
Bravo
think is what it
220.
said, but I don't want to do 5,000. I'm gonna change that. Alt N. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my passengers.
Ladies and gents, on behalf of our airline personnel, we would like to welcome you on board flight GCO 7513 bound for Brighton Township. Our flight time will be 47 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we go through the flight. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch out for midnight. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to takeoff.
Palmer Tower, November 73220 ready for IFR departure runway 24.
My trim is crazy.
November 73220
Okay.
altimeter tree 0. 26. Cleared for takeoff runway 24.
I'm gonna bring my trim up. I don't see my windsock though. Where's the windsock? Windsock is sticking straight out. I think it's happy to see me. There we
220,
go.
please acknowledge.
I'm gonna acknowledge. Just give me a
Cleared for
second.
takeoff runway
My
24,
gosh.
November 73220.
Okay, so I need to bring my trim about half of that. At 10, 9, 8. I'll leave it there. Anti-ice on. Parking brake on. I'm going to inform my passengers. I'm
Ladies
going to
and
take off
gents,
my
on behalf
parking
of my
brake though.
company, I would like to thank you for flying with us today on this flight to Brighton
Oops.
Township. We are
There
prepared
we
for
go.
takeoff, so please ensure your seatbelts are correctly fastened and your electronic devices are turned off or in airplane mode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy
I
the
should
flight.
tell the tower
Thank
that,
you.
like in, I think that would be funny if you told them that in real life. Like, hold on a minute. I'm doing stuff. I'm going to take this thing off of here. Let's go ahead and turn nav and flight level control on. Turn on my auto throttle. And let's go, go, go. I'm ready. I'm going to finish this flight. I have committed to my passengers that I'm going to finish this flight. Rotate at 85 and take off. Wheels off the ground, pick them up. I'm over 100. Climb to 24,000 feet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm for that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that.
Contact Cleveland Center on 128.45. Good day.
Okay. Get my autopilot going. My autopilot says, hey man, what the heck do you think you're doing? Your flight plan's in the other direction. Turn my autopilot off because I can turn my...
220, did you copy?
Yes, I'm doing stuff.
128. For flight for 220. Cleveland Center, November 73220 is passing 2,600 feet, climbing at Bell 240.
November 7 tree
Excuse me.
220. Cleveland Center altimeter tree 0. 26 radar contact continue.
Still have my rudder on from takeoff, by the way. Alright, so I've been doing this all day, reconciling this and this versus this. I know this track right here tells me to do this, but I like flying and following the nav beacons, so we're going to do that. Hopefully my passengers won't freak out on me. I got a 20-degree turn, so it should be fairly pleasant. That trim is still crazy. Why is it doing the trim that way, I wonder? So I'm going to get back on nav right now. Let autopilot take care of it though. I think it's going to be pretty good to go when it comes to that now that it sees my nav markers, my nav beacons, so I'm going to let it climb to 24,000, turn on my IIS, and let it go. Let's see how it does. It's got the right airspeed. That's my ideal airspeed. Well, 165 is my ideal airspeed for climb, but I've got my throttles set to 80%. Let's see if it took my auto throttle off. No, it did, didn't it? I'll turn it back on. Or did I ever turn it on? Did you see Vetro? Did I turn it on? Anyway, it's on now. I'm at 7,000 vertical speed, 2050, 2020. Excuse me. I really like that this airplane calculates your ideal climb, your ideal attitude, and everything. Like, it's super smart. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off or turn on icing. I got all the other icing on, but I don't have enough switches for icing on the Bravo. So, hey Vetra, what are you running for your flight controls right now? Hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, we're ultra safe, so hold on. Let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, I thought so. What's going on back there? Yeah, so climbing to 24,000 feet with this aircraft is really easy. Let's use a controller. Used to use a T1600. Okay. But I like the comfort of a controller. Yeah, you can set the controller down and pick it up really easily. And it auto centers. Thrustmaster 16,000 M. That's impressive. Yeah, I've got the Honeycomb because I like GA flight. So this is the closest thing to a GA without spending thousands of dollars. I like that it's got a 90-degree turn radius, which is pretty close to true. Um, and that all the buttons and switches and everything are pretty close to true, and I can strap different modules on it too, like my radio and my nav and everything. So I kind of like it. What I'd really like to see is a control that does the same thing as the Honeycomb with all the dials and switches and everything, but also has the glass cockpit. I think that'd be really cool. Because really, if you're going to get into a GA plane anymore, the newer planes all have glass cockpits. I mean, there's no. I mean, you look at this and there's no dials. It's just the dials that change things that you click on in here. So there's not really, the dials have gone the way of the Wumpus. I really like that I can tell it my airspeed, my ideal climb airspeed is 165, and it maintains my 165 as a priority. I really think that's cool about this aircraft. With the flight level control, this button here, I think it, I really think this is awesome. I really like this aircraft. If I could get this in a turboprop though, I think that'd be better. I just like the responsiveness of a turboprop better than I do the, the jet feel or whatever. I got another 10,000 feet to climb. Golly. It's going to take me forever. Well, another 8,000 feet. 7,500, I guess. 7,400 now. Should we do the countdown? 7,000, 3,000, 7,300, 7,200, 7,100, 7,000. I feel like I'm at Times Square, New York on New Year's. I'm afraid to compress the time, but I'm going to go ahead and do it twice, just as a mild increase. Let's see what happens. I'm almost there. Look at that.
220 contact, Cleveland Center on 126. 725. Good day.
126. 725 220.
Okay, got a handoff.
Cleveland Center, November 7 tree
And
220.
let's listen to
Passing
their.
FL 200.
Actually, I think
Climbing
it's
FL
going to be.
240.
November 7 tree 220 Cleveland Center radar contact. Continue to Foxtrot Kilo Lima.
Using standard barometer over 20,000, isn't it, Petro? Do you remember? Or are you still there? Okay, we're going to climb to 24 now. I'm going to increase my sim speed a couple of times again. So hopefully that climb is really 18,000. Okay. Standard barometer over 18,000. I got to remember that. Alright, so my sim rate is 2 ticks over normal. My airspeed's coming down though. Look at that, why? No, autopilot, no. I'm gonna bring my sim rate down. Check my timing, 1001, 1002, 1003. Alright. Looking good. I did it. Informing the passengers now.
Ladies and gents, glad to be your captain today.
Auto throttle's
First, I'd
still
like to
on.
welcome everyone on behalf of First Class Wings on flight GCO 7513. We are currently
Excuse me.
cruising at an altitude of 21,500 feet at an airspeed of 150 knots. It's 12:34 p.m. and are expecting to land in Brighton Township approximately at 3:10 a.m. local time.
Good
Current
lord.
temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll
3:10
update you
a.m. is
before we
awful
reach our
bright.
destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Okay, I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm going to put it in pause so as not to crash. I'm going to skip the descent. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Hey, it didn't kill me. Look at that. Okay, let's see if we can get. Whoa. Oh, whoa. My vertical speed is still on. My nav has been turned off for some reason. I'll turn that back on. Okay, I'm pretty comfortable with this, except for my airspeed is nil. I've still got fuel. I'm checking that. It's still good fuel. I got a stall warning for some reason. Okay, so let's take this off of pause.
220 contact Cleveland Center on 132. 25. Good day.
132. 25 for 220.
There we go.
Cleveland Center, November
Recovered.
73220 is at FL245, descending FL240.
November 73220 Cleveland Center radar. Contact continue.
I'm 94 nautical miles away. Let's see what my destination airport looks like. Wow, I'm gonna have to come down to 1,000 feet. I'm still on IFR, I'm assuming. Alright, so as I get closer, it's gonna bring me down. I guess my altitude will bring it down.
220. You are 400 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain FL 240.
Okay, thank you.
Descend
I'm
and
actually
maintain
doing that.
FL240220.
Golly. There we go. I got my sim rate increased. I know it's risky, but I mean, I'm impatient, so all I'm sitting here doing is looking at the clouds. I'm 90 nautical miles from final. I'm anticipating that it's going to bring me down a little bit in altitude, possibly down to 5,000 feet, I'm guessing, or 4,000. At some point. I mean, I'm going to my destination on my next leg. There are no other legs. So it says fly to pattern entry. I'm on IFR right now, so let me bring up this goofy. A little bit low on my sim rate. 1001, 1002, 1003, okay. Alright, so I'm just going to keep simming. I got 2 ticks on my sim right now. Set up in VNav. Okay, Vetro, I'll bite. How do I tell if it's set up in the VNav? Can I do that? Oh dear, it's actually doing it. Is that what I'm seeing right now? Am I doing this right, Metro? I mean, I think I am. They're gonna start yelling at me if I'm not at my correct altitude. Like, I'm losing altitude fast.
6,300 feet below your assigned altitude.
See?
Climb and maintain FL240 altimeter tree zero.
Okay.
Did you copy?
Yes, I copied.
Climb and maintain FL240220.
FLC is not VNAV. Okay, so care to tell me? I mean, I'm so new at this, I don't know what. I'm assuming vertical nav is setting waypoints vertically instead of horizontally on a vector. So for getting into the pattern, I'm assuming. Should I do VNav?
220, contact Cleveland Center on 122.
Watch, it's going to tell me to come down to 15,000 feet when I switch over to ATC.
45 for 220. Cleveland Center, November 17, 220 is at
You have to make sure you have
16,700
altitude
feet, climbing
restrictions in your
FL240.
legs and your flight. Oh, okay, I don't have that.
November 7 tree 220. Cleveland Center altimeter tree
3812.
zero. 12 radar contact continue.
It's going to ding me for procedures probably. .65 nautical miles. I wonder if it's gonna tell me to come down though. Like usually it tells me to come down at a certain point, and I don't know where to judge that. I'm at 22,000 again.
220 descend and maintain 15,000.
I told
Descend
you
and maintain
it was going to do
15,000
that.
feet, 220.
Maintain 3,000 feet.
But now it's 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, 220.
Yeah, I told you it was going to do that. I am at 3,000. Right there. Okay. Make sure I got. Oh, I don't have auto throttle on.
220, please expedite your descent 3,000 feet.
Yes, sir. Will do. Ah, okay. That works. Well, we are definitely descending now with a prejudice. So That is not a problem at the moment. Until we discover that ground level here
You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
is above 3,000 feet.
Cleveland Center 220 would like to cancel IFR.
220 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
I'm getting close. Yeah, I've done it before in this plane, so I'm not too nervous about it. I just don't want to. I'm watching my airspeed. I don't want to go too crazy.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Yep, and it leveled itself out too. That's so awesome. So it looks like my arrival airport is queued up, and all I need to do is increase my sim rate to get there quicker. Look at that. This is going to be an inclement weather bonus. That's good. I'm passing the same city again. Is this the exact same flight? I think it is. Yeah, it is. That's right. Oh, well, I like it that it descends that fast. Just kidding. I don't, it doesn't matter to me. As long as I can learn how to judge what my descent rate should be between myself and the final, or whatever my next nav point is. I'd like to learn that. This makes flying kind of stupid, and I don't really like that a whole lot. I like knowing what I'm doing. See auto throttle speeding me up and slowing me down. How about you just maintain a... Why is it doing that? See what it's doing? Oh, I see what it's doing. Oh, okay. If I have VNAV set up, it just sends me right to the runway and not like 50 miles early. I really want to learn how to do that. Oh yeah, I think you're right about the sim rate. I'm 12 miles away. I think I'm going to slow down the sim rate. Let's see what this looks like. 1001, 1002. Okay, we're at normal sim rate. Okay, so I'm at 11 miles. I'm still on nav. I'm on altitude hold at 3,000. The destination airport is at 2,000 feet below me, basically. Which, yeah, that's about what it looks like. I like that they put these little towers in where they normally are in the landscape. There's a runway right there. Look at that. I'm 8 miles from my destination. I'm going to slow my roll a little bit. Turn off. Auto throttle is disconnected. Alright, cool. I got auto throttle turned down. I'm going to slow my airspeed. I'm going to drop my gear. That's going to bring it up to a positive trim because of the additional drag I've created. my autopilot's gonna go, oh, change the trim. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a positive trim. Final. Am I on long final? Okay, my trim rate's a little bit too much here, folks. Runway 22, I do believe, is what I'm going for right now. There we go. Runway 22, yes. Okay, so where am I right now? I am at not 22. That is final. So that means I'm gonna come in on the base leg, turn off my autopilot. My trim is a good 5%. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my first degrees of flaps in. Alright. I'm gonna lose a little bit of altitude. Keeping in mind my runway's altitude is at about 900 feet. 973, I think is what it was. I can see the runway from here. It's right there. Right there. My airspeed, I'm going to keep it about 120. Until I get to my base, and then I'm going to let it drop to about 100. I'm going to start descending a little bit more vigorously. Although I may not have to. It looks like I'm coming in right at the right speed and altitude. Bring my flaps down a little bit more. Oh, it's overspeed. No, it's ice. Okay. Thought it was overspeed. I was like, no, don't ding me. I'm having to fight the... There we go. That's a little better. I don't want my descent rate to go too far. I'm going to swing out wide because the Vision Jet doesn't turn very well. At least not in my experience. Bring my trim up a little bit more. Nice gentle 20-degree turn. See if I can spot my windsock from here.
is on final runway 22 to land.
I like this tiny little runway here. Shh. On idle. Oh, dang it. I ballooned. And I bounced. Tiny little runway. My gosh, that thing is narrow. Whew. Yeah, you might be right. I usually make better landings than that. I don't know what was going on with my brainicles right there. Why is this not land? Not okay. Uh,
45 Golf traffic November 73220 is taxiing to runway 22.
no, I'm not. I'm running.
45 Golf traffic November 73220 is taxiing to parking.
Thank you. Where is it going to go here? I don't want to skip. I'll go ahead and go. This looks like a little flight community. I've always been fascinated by these little flight communities where they have like their own runway, their own little airstrip. I think that's so cool. Excuse me. Oops. I tried something and that was not a good idea. Look at that. There's a little light right there in the middle of the taxiway. Hey, at least I'll have a job though, right, Vetro? Landing it on Ryanair in a Ryanair plane. Alright.
I'm really in a hurry. When do we get off? Good thing this flight went smoothly.
Oh, you think that was smooth? Okay. Alright. No. I am stopping the engine right now, but it's going to take a while. So I'm going to increase the sim rate, and it should stop right about now. Let's see how badly I did. Oh, client satisfaction 77%, so apparently they've been in worse situations. I missed an ATC transmission because the sim messed up. Okay, so it didn't give me S tier because the sim messed up. Ah, a nice smooth landing. Yeah, apparently by their standard. Oh, let's see, I got a pretty good amount of credits there. That's not bad. I got a little bump. I'm at alpha again, finally. Golly, man, I really like the sim is working against my reputation here. 467 is almost enough to get another Cessna, another Skyhawk. So I'm gonna go and evaluate that, I guess. Buy aircraft, brand new. See what this looks like. 49. I need 30,000 more. Be nice to get a loan. I think that'd be kind of cool to have be able to get loans in this career mode. thing. Okay, so Goofballs made a little cash. No thanks to the sim crashing me and midnight errors and all that nonsense, but it looks like we're on our way to making some decent cash. I'll just build up a fleet of those 172s, and those 172s will just continue flying me missions for me while I'm offline. 51. Now you do have to spend time in the sim, so the time that you spend in the sim is the amount of time it will spend flying for you. So that is one caveat to that offline uh, statement where they'll earn you money offline. Yeah, this 71 here might have been a good one to do next mission, but it's running late. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn in, and tomorrow we'll see if that mission's still there. We'll run it or any of the others that pop up. Let's see what the board says, a mission board. I ran into a $91,000 or 91,000 credit, I should say, mission earlier, and I did that one, and it did go through successfully, so I was really surprised. I thought it was sabotaging me on all the expensive missions. I don't see that there's anything higher than that 71. Doesn't look like it. Not from here anyway. Let me see what California says about itself. Supposedly there's some big Bear Valley missions that go, like that one's 72. Yeah, Big Bear City is 72. That's 46. These are 46 and 41. So, yeah, I think I'm in the right area. There's just a multitude of missions here, and I can hop around to different places. I think maybe I'll open up Columbus while I'm here and see if I can just jog over to Columbus. Where's the airport here? There it is. Fast travel over to Columbus. See what that does for my coverage of the center of the map. Uh, that's pretty good. And there's actually a VIP mission here too. 50K. There's a couple of them here. 71. Yeah, I think that was a good move. Maybe I'll open up Knoxville as well. See if that coverage increases. Where is the Ara port? Here's one. And that opened up one VIP mission for 64. That's not bad. Okay. See, now maybe I'll open up Pensacola and then open up New Orleans. Here's the Pensacola airport. See, Pensacola did nothing for me. Oh, light cargo mission. There's New Orleans. Maybe I'll do Baton Rouge. That would probably open up and include Lafayette and New Orleans as well. Where is the airport? There it is. Is there one closer down here? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. We'll do this one. There's a 97K VIP into Aspen. Oh, hey, Medic. Hey, Medic, Vetro Medic. You guys are regulars on the channel now, eh? Aspen. From where? Is this it right here? Yeah, I've actually landed on a mission over here. I don't even know where that airport is now. I couldn't bring it to you, but oh my God, that it looked like somebody scraped off their sidewalk. It was a fat sidewalk though, to give them credit, but it was really short. Ski resorts, yeah. think I should open up the Rocky Mountains up here, maybe up into Utah and Montana. Start down here at Albuquerque, maybe, or Taos. Santa Fe probably is better. If I do Albuquerque, it'll get all of this, and then I can find an airport up here, right? Ski resorts. That's not a bad idea, man. Yeah, that was a good strategy. Aspen is a big airport. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can open up these Rockies a little bit. What's down here? Alton, Junction, Boulder, Richfield. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to Junction. There it is. See that that opens up. I think I might have Aspen already opened up. That's Salt Lake. That's Breckenridge. Yeah, Aspen's already opened up. Oh, look, there's a VIP flight here. 46 though. It's just a short flight. Vernal. These are all airport. Oh, here's an airport here. That opens up some more of the Rockies there. Uh, Nothing great. Billings, Montana, I suppose, would be a good one. I don't see any VIP missions opening up here. Boise, Idaho. Idaho Falls. See, this might be Jackson, Dubois, Yellowstone, I suppose. That was pretty cheap to do too. Here's a VIP mission. Yeah, that might open up some stuff. I think that'll do it. It probably started over here somewhere. Eureka. I wonder what this is. There it is. I can't imagine. See, this is Aspen here. Somewhere along here. There's Vale. Breckenridge. There's Aspen right there. So if I triangulate from Aspen, maybe it started over here. I hope. If I don't find it, it might pop in later. My fast travel there. I had a 91. Yeah, it's not going to show up, I don't think. And I don't think that's like that'd be the outer limit. Getting into this dark area right here. Gandy, what the? I can't imagine that'd be a thing. Garrison, maybe. And I couldn't. I don't think I'm gonna find it today, but no worries. I'll keep my eye out for it. I'll probably put another, like once I get a little bit more cash going, I'll probably drop my next aircraft over here somewhere. Start running VIP missions over here, another Cirrus or something. So, Medic, just so you know, what I did was I went and sold one of my Cirrus jets because AI doesn't do a good job of flying those things anyway. And instead of doing two Cirruses, I actually bought two um, 172s and put them in Stork. So now Stork is running missions for just light cargo, and now I've got three aircraft running on AI crew, and essentially they'll just continue running missions as I go. Eventually, I'll pick up enough credits to purchase another 172 here, and I think that's going to be my limit, like these four, maybe five 172s in Stork, and then I'll gain some, a little more cash. And I'm being advised by some very smart people, Vetro, to not buy the PC-12 just yet. I really like that aircraft, but I really want to get into a PC-12 or something similar. He's saying a citation would be better, but how much is a citation? Let's find out. Oh, something like 7 million, something crazy. It's a Beechcraft King Air, CJ4, yeah, 7 million. I guess if I get enough um, aircraft pull in missions for me on AI time, I'll probably be able to pull that much cash eventually. But at some point, I'm going to build up enough cash here that what I'll end up doing is starting to fly the medium cargo mission. So that's what the those 172s are meant to do, is sort of help me build up cash. This last round, it built up about 60, 70,000 just for three aircraft flying for 3 hours, 70,000. That's not bad. So I figure, yeah, Vetro, I'll probably end up getting it because I'm so in love with it. I really love that plane. So what I'll end up doing is getting the either the Cirrus or the PC-12. The PC-12 is cheaper. I think it's 5,000 or 5 million. I'm sorry. Uh, but if you got 5 million, saving up for another 2 million is not that big of a deal if you're running medium cargo missions. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna get medium cargo missions, and I'll end up just going in here into Stork again. Here, all company. I'll just pop into Stork and I'll purchase a used C208B. Probably this one, and fix it up for 2 million. Yeah, see, so yeah, I'm just gonna run this Caravan. I don't like rotorcraft all that much because I don't understand their flight characteristics. My feel for flight characteristics is with fixed wing aircraft, so rudder wing is just really. I mean, I can get it. I've flown rudder wing in 2020, but for the purpose of running the company, unless I'm just playing around, uh, I'm a little bit serious about earning some cash. So I'm gonna get the two million version. Yeah, the 208 is rough, but I mean, if if I'm spending 2 million plus another probably 300,000 for maintenance and updates. I've flown it, Vetro, and very I'm not too bad about it. Honestly, I actually like this style of aircraft. I think they're actually kind of cool. And I've actually flown a Kodiak uh, before, not in real life, but in sim. So I bought the Kodiak from, was it Just Flight or who was that did the Kodiak? Anyway, they did a great job. I bought the Kodiak, which is the same style of aircraft as this one, and I really enjoyed flying with it. I like the Caravan, but not as much. The Kodiak I thought was a better plane. Yeah, so I guess tomorrow what I'll do is I'll come in, I'll fly a few more flights and see what I can do about getting as close as I can to this 2 million. Maybe get 1,500,000 in my books, sell my plane, get this 2 million and start gaining a million per flight. In terms of bugs on it, oh really? There's bugs? Oh, Vetro? Don't tell me that. What are the bugs I need to watch out for? Uh, Flies like garbage. I wouldn't say that. I think it flies okay. I can control it anyway. Braking is busted. Oh, okay, that's not good. But I usually use reverse thrust on my props to stop. It's not that bad. If you turn throttle down to 0, the prop RPM goes to like 3,000, which it shouldn't. Oh, okay. I didn't have that problem though when I was flying free flight with that aircraft, but I'll give it a try. Maybe it's different for the Bravo and the Alpha. Met cargo plane somewhere around 2 million at the moment. Yeah. Well, you're gonna have a hard time, Medic. I think all of those medium cargo planes are turboprops, actually. Let me see. Let's see what the brand new aircraft look like. Yeah, Vetro. I get you. I don't like sim rate the way it is right now. Yeah, so this Pilatus is a medium cargo and it's 5 mil. This is 4 mil. These are new aircraft, by the way. I don't think the Viking is medium, is it? Metro, you're funny. I don't think this is medium. These are all light, I believe. The turboprops are just. I don't mind the turboprops actually so much. My favorite aircraft is the TBM 930, 970. I can't remember what it is. Let me see. I think in Harrier I can get that aircraft brand new. A less buggy plane, a PC-12, but yeah, but it's a lot more expensive. Yeah, you can't fly the TBM up here with this thing. Mission time doesn't matter. Okay, so medic, you're saying that mission time is not important. It's only the air time. So I can, yeah, I kind of figured. Like like right now when we're talking, it's not building up the sim time for AI flying. So I wouldn't have expected that. Yeah, I love the TBM, man. That TBM is gorgeous. Maybe I should create another company. 4 million. Good Lord, a 208B for 4 million? Oh, I guess, yeah. Yeah, in any case, I got about 400. I'm just going to call it 400K. We'll build up some more cash tomorrow. And I'm going to be out of town for from Monday through Thursday. So I won't be able to get into the sim for that amount of time. I'll be in Florida doing some work. So I'll be out. But I will get in tomorrow and earn some cash. I can't wait for them to fix the whole flying with a buddy thing. That's going to be really cool. Maybe I can get somebody to fly with me. So I guess I will just call it a night, I suppose, and see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining, giving me all the information. It's been educational, and I'm learning this along with everybody else. So I just hopefully at some point I have aspirations to become a pilot, just my own private pilot, not for anything serious. Flying around the country doing my work, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'm guessing around 2 p.m. and I'll see you then. Bye for now.